boys and girls. So today we're going to look more at wheat. So yesterday's video, you looked at the wheat from day 1 and day 4, and you saw what was the change that was happening between day 1 and day 4. So day 1, we planted the wheat seed into the straw, and day 4, we began to see the wheat seed begin to sprout and the roots begin to grow. So we're going to really look more at the function of the roots, as well as looking more closely at the different parts of the wheat plant. So this is day 8. Day 8, I have it as a side view, but day 8, if you notice, here is the wheat seed. And the roots are beginning to grow down along the paper towel. And if you notice, that little sprout that was there at day 4 has now it's grown much bigger, and it's actually grown a wheat leaf, or in this case, looks like a blade of grass, like the ryegrass. So this is day 8. So what I would like you to do now is go into your animal and plant journal in your science notebook. And again, go ahead and find that page, Growing Wheat, that you did yesterday. And I want you to now draw a picture of what you just observed. So like I said, in the last picture, here is the wheat seed, here is the stem, and then this is the leaf. And down here, which is a little hard to see because the roots are white and it like blends in with the paper towel, but the roots are starting to grow, and actually the roots are starting to grow deeper. So if this was in soil, the roots would continue to grow deeper and deeper into the soil, whereas the stem and the leaf continue to push through and continue to grow up as the plant continues to grow. So again, go back to your journal, and I want you to go ahead and draw your picture. Now today I did not label this for you. I would like you to do that today. So I would like you to go ahead and label that this is the seed. Here are the roots. Again, like I showed you, the roots are digging deeper down the straw. So if this was in soil, it would continue to go deeper into the ground. And here is the wheat plant beginning to grow. So go ahead and label those, and then you can pause your video, and then when you're done drawing this in your journal, then you can push play again, and we can see what happens on the last day. Okay, so here we are, day 12, 4 more days later. So what I did is I decided to take a kind of a close-up. So the wheat plant continues to grow up the straw. And down here, if I can get my little slideshow bar out of the way, down here, this is actually what we would call the stem. Here is the leaf of the wheat. And if you see down here, there is, I can't bring it down any further, but there is in this picture right here, you can see here is the seed. Seed is still there. But if you notice, I took a close-up of the bottom of the straw where the paper towel is. And I told you before, it was hard to see those roots. But if you notice now, on day 12, the roots have continued to grow deeper and deeper down into the paper towel. Now they're growing outside of the straw. And right here, these right here are all the roots to the wheat plant. Pretty cool. And I just want to show you quickly I took a second to label my picture. So here is the leaf, here is the stem, here is the seed, and here are the roots. So let's take a second to talk a little bit about the functions of each of these parts of the plant. Now remember, we in our own bodies have certain functions, and we talked a little bit about that. So for example, our eyes, the function for our eyes is to be able to see, so we know where we're going. The function for our ears is to be able to hear. The function for our heart is to be able to pump the blood to all the parts of our body. The function of our brain is to tell every part of our body what to do. So every part of our body has a function, just like every part of a plant has a function. So the seed, kind of like, to me, I kind of feel like it's like the brain of the of the plant because that's from where it begins. So from the seed, the plant begins to sprout. The stem is a way to it has two functions. It has a function of continuing to carry food and nutrients to the leaf, but it also helps the plant stay straight up and stay sturdy so it doesn't flop over. The roots have a big function as well. So here are the roots down here. The roots function is again to grow deeper into the ground to bring out the nutrients in the water that the plant needs in order to grow healthy. But the roots also provide another function, and it's to help keep the plant stable, to help keep the plant in place. Then the leaf. The leaf has a very important job. And just like we talked about with the ryegrass and we talked about with the alfalfa, the leaf's job is to make food. So the leaf, with getting the nutrients from the soil and getting sunlight, it changes and it creates something called photosynthesis. It creates a process where the leaf can actually make food for the plant. So when the leaf makes food for the plant continues to grow. Now, if you notice right here, the plant is beginning to grow outside of the straw. So that is pretty cool. So this plant will continue to grow as the weeks go on to a point where it's going to become a wheat seed. So what I would like you to do now is I want you to go to your last and final straw, and I want you to continue to draw your wheat plant. Again, I would like you to label it. I did not label it for you, but I would like you to label this. So again, here are the roots, here is the seed, here is the stem, and here is the leaf, and the leaf continues to grow. And I just quickly want to show you my leaf right here. So here is the my experiment. And if you notice right here, the leaf has started to grow outside the straw. And if I was to take this and I was to plant this into my garden, I eventually would have a leaf seed growing. So if you notice, look what I did, I took it out. Here it is. I can actually put this in dirt and it would continue to grow. So again, here is the seed, here is the stem, here are the leaves. Okay, they look like little blades of grass, and the roots are down below. Please make sure that you send a picture to your teacher of your growing wheat paper that you've been working on over the last couple of days. She would love to see it. Take care.